All right, everybody. Good morning. Mayor Steve Wilder here from the city of North Canton. Sun shines out. It's a beautiful day here. Fall's a great time, great weather for us, and always my favorite time of the year. I hope everybody's doing well. So here we go. It was a busy week, so I wasn't able to be a part of the have my usual Wednesday presentation. However, I wanted to still get some information out to you by the end of the week. So I want to first of all thank the League of Women Voters for having their forum that was last Tuesday and Wednesday. So we had an opportunity to hear the candidates and my opponent and other people vying for council seats and also the mayor position. So here we go. Let's just right into it. This was from my Tuesday phone call with the Stark County Health Department, a weekly update for you. 66,367 doses. That would be first, second, and booster shots or doses vaccinations have been given. They're averaging about 141 cases per day. And let's see. They're averaging about 340 per 100,000. So that's a decline in the county, I believe. I'll get to this in a minute. On October 1st, booster clinics are going to be starting, and that'll be on Fridays, and I believe Mondays from 9 to 3. I'll double check on that for us as we go. For all these appointments, you need to schedule an appointment with the Stark County Health Department. And I can give you that phone number and ArmorVax here in a little bit. Statewide, this was again as of Tuesday, 6,328,450 total doses, or 54.1% of the eligible population have received first, second, or booster doses here in Ohio. Unfortunately, Ohio is still averaging 670 cases per 100,000 people. Stark County itself totally has 187,039 doses administered, which is about 59% of the eligible population. Unfortunately, the CDC still has us in a red zone or a high transmission classification. And we're still, unfortunately, still the highest in the state. Even though we might be coming down a little bit, we are still peaking with the Delta virus. So I wanted to make that known to you. In regards to Altman, well, let's see, Alliance, Canton, and Massillon, they all are continuing with their vaccinations. There's been slight declines for all three of those health departments, but there again, if you live in any of those communities and you are listening to that, contact your local health department. That would be for Alliance, Canton, and Massillon. Here, North Canton, we're under the Stark County Health Department jurisdiction. Unfortunately, at Altman Hospital, they had 95 inpatients as of Tuesday, 15 in Alliance, 74 in Canton, and 6 in Orville. 29 were in ICU or critical care, 19 on ventilators. They had 10 new cases in the last 24 hours. And as of Tuesday, they were still boarding 18 COVID patients in their ER department. So it's still a very, very serious health issue, folks. They had 42 employees out with COVID-like symptoms. What they're finding is about 70 to 88% of the patients that are being housed or cared for, I should say, are unvaccinated. So there again, another reason to get vaccinated. Let's see here. Right now, Pfizer is available. I understand that Moderna is still being worked on for second doses. There's also mobile vaccination clinics available, and they have 62 of them started here in October. For Mercy Cleveland Clinic, they had 58 patients in the hospital. They had 8 COVID admissions within the last 24 hours. Again, that was up Tuesday. They had 15 in ICU, and they had 4 on ventilators. They had, unfortunately, 19 employees out with COVID symptoms. And I think both hospitals, again, are evaluating elective surgeries, and they're doing that on a daily basis. So all I can say is stay in contact with your local hospital. Right now for the schools, about 85% of the school districts are using a universal masking. And Unfortunately, within the last 19 months of the pandemic, they've had 2 deaths to active school bus drivers, and 3 students are on ventilators. Again, not sure when those deaths occurred. Unfortunately, very sad for those for those families and the school districts. Something else to share with you from the Stark County Health Department. They're going to begin offering vaccination records in place of replacement COVID-19 vaccine cards. Those residents who have misplaced their COVID-19 vaccine card will now receive a printed version of their vaccination record from the Ohio Impact Statewide Immunization System. It's a web application. Now, residents may call the department at 330-451-1681, that would be the Stark County Health Department, to speak with a staff member about receiving a copy of the record if you've lost yours. And the health department asks residents to pick up the document at 7235 Whipple Avenue, Northwest, North Canton, at their headquarters there. And they should have some kind of an ID form. A state ID will be fine. So I want to pass that on to you. Also, they're still offering, the Stark County Health Department is still offering $100 gift cards to first dose vaccine recipients. They have clinic hours, again, are 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Tuesdays, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Saturdays. Any questions? Again, you can call the health department, 330-451-1681, or Armor Vax, that's ARMORVAX.com, to schedule an appointment. So they are still administering Pfizer BioNTech vaccines. And again, this has all been approved for people 16 and older and authorized for emergency use in people aged 12 to 15. A parent or legal guardian must accompany anyone under the age of 18 and sign a consent form at the clinic according to the media release. Again, first and second doses of COVID-19 vaccination clinics, they're occurring at the Stark County Health Department at 7235 Whipple Avenue Northwest in North Canton. At this time, first and second doses of COVID-19 are on Tuesdays, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9 to 11. And again, schedule an online appointment, either by phone number or by ArmorVax. Now, COVID-19 booster vaccination clinics are also available. However, they're at 2950 Whipple Avenue Northwest. That's the Whippledale Center. That was their original site when they were giving vaccinations out. Again, beginning October the 1st, 2021, COVID-19 booster vaccination clinics will be held at the Whippledale Center on Mondays and Fridays, 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And the clinic is just come in off of door 3. And again, you need to schedule an appointment, either by phone, 330-451-1681, or armorvax.com. This came in from the state of Ohio. Thought you might like this would be interesting. The Ohio Department of Commerce issued a reminder Thursday that the state minimum wage will increase to $9.30 per hour for non-tipped employees and $4.65 per hour for tipped employees on January 1, 2022. It's off a little bit, but hopefully that's good news. This applies to employees of businesses with annual gross receipts of over $342,000 per year. The current minimum wage is $8.80 for non-tipped employees and $4.40 for tipped employees. And it applies to the businesses with gross receipts of more than $319,000 per year. That'll be January 1, 2022. It's a little ways off, but hey, thought I'd get it out there for you. Trick or Treat is going to be on October 31st here in North Canton. and probably throughout most of the Stark County. But trick or treat for North Canton 2021 will be observed on Sunday, October 31st from 3 to 5 p.m. Also, beginning this month, actually beginning on October the 9th, right around the corner here from us, as I look at the calendar, our city residents may take their North Canton utility bill showing Kimball trash removal services to Moeller Lumber and True Value, located at 4214 40th Street Northwest. City residents may receive up to 25 leaf bags for free, and that's per utility customer until November the 14th. And again, due to the national labor shortage affecting many companies, beginning October the 18th and weekly thereafter, and concluding on November 26th, residents are required to call 330-343-1226 to schedule their Kimball leaf bag pickup. Folks, I know that might sound confusing, but that's all we can work out with right now with Kimball. They have limited drivers, still trying to make our regular recycling and trash pickups. Just when you get your leaves, call, they'll come out and they'll pick it up. Somehow, some way, it'll get picked up for you. Again, they will not be picking up any leaf bags before October the 18th, or excuse me, please note, leaf bags not scheduled for pickup or set out before October the 18th or thereafter, November 27th will not be recycled, and they'll just be taken to the normal disposal. So, any questions? There is a 1-800 number that you can call Kimball. Let me share that with you. 1-800-201-0005. 1-800-201-0005 to schedule your curbside leaf pickup. Congratulations to the Hoover High School Marching Band on qualifying for their state competition. Last Saturday's Music in Motion. Congratulations to them. I'm very happy. It's good news. They've worked hard all summer long and into the school year. So way to go, our marching band. What else did I have? I had something else I thought for our city schools. Oh, that's on my next one here. Again, congratulations to the induction class of 2020 and 2021. Again, for class of 2020, Hall of Distinction, Miles and Betty Bixler, Paul Beinlich, Rick Morrison, and Daryl Rovol. And for the class of 2021, congratulations Dave Kokenauer, Nadine Secunde, Timothy Stanshaw, and Susie Hertler Van Franken. There's a video on the North Canton City Schools webpage for you. And hey, how about little Ava Bruder's special ride to Claremont Elementary School, taken by our school resource officer, Phil Taylor. She spent the morning with Ava Bruder, or he did. She was a contest winner at the Claremont Elementary PTO Fall Festival. And as a winner, she is picked up at her house. She's taken by Officer Taylor and taken to school in a police cruiser. And prior to going to school, Ava had a chance to stop by the police department and also tour the fire department. I take pride in that program. That is when I started as chief of police in helping out our local schools with any of their festivals, always offering a free ride to school in a police cruiser. So way to go, Ava, and thank you, Officer Taylor, for taking care of her for us. And what do we have from the chamber? Congratulations on a successful golf outing. I understand it was well attended, and we want to give a couple of shout outs to some new businesses in town. MAG Health and Wellness. Thank you, Amy Westfall, for locating your business here in North Canton. They're down there on 1177 South Main Street in Suites 1 and 2, C1 and 2. So stop by and see her. And we also have Studious Beauty. Also, Tracy Shaban, 1177 South Main, sharing down there with her new Studious Beauty. Congratulations on that, on finding North Canton your home. Hey, don't forget the Chocolate Walk is right around the corner on October the 16th. That's going to be 12 to 5 here in North Canton. Come on out and see the mayor and Mrs. Mayor, and we'll be out there with our candy and hopefully our tent to keep us dry and warm on October the 16th. Okay. Also, congratulations on the frog shop out there at the Pond Weiser. Had a great time to be out there with a grand opening for them on last Saturday. Kathy Ray's Frog Shop. It's a really unique boutique. If you want anything about frogs, socks, pictures, hats, hoodies, she's got all kinds of fun things out there for you. So that was out there at 437 Apple Grove Northwest. You'll see Pond Weiser, and then the frog shop is right next to it. So again, Kathy, congratulations to you, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of the grand opening. Okay, this question still comes up, folks, about batteries. We're not collecting batteries here anymore at the City Hall, so your lead acid batteries are the only exception and are accepted. Let me just say this. All alkaline batteries are non-hazardous and may be disposed of in your trash. And you may take your other rechargeable batteries to a participating store by visiting call number 2 recycle.org to find a participating location near you. I know locally our Home Depot and Lowe's will take rechargeable batteries, but as far as I understand from the Stark County's Guide to Household Hazardous Recycling and Waste, they're taking batteries in your normal trash. Folks, if you'll indulge me just a few more minutes. A lot has been going on about our reelection, and especially for me being reelected as mayor for the city of North Canton. And I want to share some things with you. Since the term of being mayor is 2 years, I want to complete the projects I've had started and want to continue to serve so that we can have a city that is a destination for citizens to live, learn, work, play, and retire. My mission has always been community first, leading with purpose. In 18 months, we've moved the city forward to compete with other local communities by attracting new citizens and businesses. The city is more business and citizen friendly than in years past. Our population has grown by about 400. We're at 18,842, right about there from the U.S. Census. We've added about 40 new businesses here in the last 2 years, or during my term as mayor. I want to announce a new business that's actually going to be coming in. If you remember where the old Wendy's is, up there in front of Ollie's, well, Charlie's Philly Steak is going to move in there. It's being redeveloped, redesigned on the inside, but a new eatery's coming into town, and we know how we like to eat out. It's going to be a great alternative. So I want to welcome Charlie's Philly Steak. They're going to be located at the old Wendy's right there on North Main Street. So thanks for finding North Canton to bring your business here. In regards to Diebold Nixdorf, folks, we're involved. I've been in talks with them and for a new 160,000 square foot building, which we're hopefully to expect 200 to 400 new jobs into the city. They're going to be high paying jobs. It's going to be engineers, going to be research and development. There's going to be some light assembly. Very excited about this, that they're going to be building. And hopefully we'll get that shell up by winter or through winter so that by spring they'll be able to work on the interior of that building and hopefully bring their employees back to North Canton right here in the fall or late summer. So I'm very happy about that. The city's been working extensively with them on redesigning Charlotte Street, not only to accommodate their businesses, but also to start planning for the new pre-K through second grade primary school. So very excited about that. Very fortunate that I've been a part of having that relocate here. If you've noticed, we have a new drop-off box, mailbox out at the post office, right behind it. And if you look at the 91 restaurant, you go across the parking lot there. We have a new drive-up mailbox for us. You can drive up on the passenger side or driver's side and put your mail in. That was one of the first calls I got when I was mayor, when I got elected in 2019. Folks, it's taken me a couple of years, almost 2 years, put it that way, going through multiple layers of government. But I never gave up because I knew this was critical to our seniors and those who have mobility issues that may not navigate going into the post office. It's there for you, and use it, okay? Thank you very much. And questions about the Hoover Company and the development of the Hoover District. Folks, there's been a lot of misinformation, inaccurate information going out, and I want to clear that up for you right now. You know, over the last 18 months, I've had over 20 exchanges of information with Stu Lichtner or his representatives, and I've had even some in-person meetings, even with my opponent, that that we have been together on, at least 3 that I can recall. And I have had emails, letters, and exchanges with Stu Lichtner or representatives of Industrial Realty Group or Industrial Commercial Property, who's developing the Diebold-Nixdorf expansion. So I just want you to know that again, I'm working with an owner. We are working with an owner who owns property. There are some EPA standards that still need to be met, but that is the person that controls that property, and I'm doing everything I can to support movement for that. We have all our tools in place, and that's going to go down right here in a second or so. Folks, I have contacted and coordinated a meeting with State Representative Scott Olslager, who helped me and helped us, our city administration, have a meeting with Team NEO, Jobs Ohio, Stark Economic Development Board, and Executive President of that board, Ray Hexemer, not only for support of the Diebold-Nixdorf project, but also across the street. How can we help Stu Lichtner, get movement on the development of the Hoover property? It's not that I have been sitting idle. I've done everything I can so far to try to get movement across the street, but also keep a positive working relationship with that organization, Industrial Realty Group, and his representatives. Folks, here's what we've developed since I've been in office. Once again, we reinstituted or reconnected with the Community Reinvestment Act, CRA incentive. The Downtown Outdoor Refreshment Area, the DORA, has been very beneficial for us, not only this year, but it's a potential attraction for a business. We have the Downtown Redevelopment District incentives in place. So we have tools in the toolbox. Everything's there. It's how Stu Lichtner is going to raise money. And that's where it's at. And he'll tell you that, and he's told us that in a public meeting. He's got to raise what they call a capital stack to get that project going. We've redesigned the Main Street Business District, rezoned it for the second century to help encourage and add support and development for the West Factory and our Hoover District. I've worked with the city's North Canton City Schools, again, on supporting them with the pre-K, second grade primary school on the Charlotte property, and also we're working on evaluating the traffic flow that's going to go through there to make it a safe and passable and for the future of our buses, for our parents dropping kids off, also to get traffic through to the Diebold-Nixdorf building and over there. I introduced a program a while ago to council, and I appreciate them supporting me on that. It was a land backing program. We've been able to, it's a program where we can acquire smaller parcels, put them together to help attract new business. Well, we've done that. We've got about 12 parcels that we've purchased in cooperation with the city or the CIC, the Community Improvement Corporation. And the biggest example of that is up in the Kmart property. And again, that's there to increase revenue and supporting our city services and our property taxes for our city schools. And here's the idea behind this. If we can control the property and control the dirt, then we can control the project. I don't have that across the street as I look out my window every day at the Hoover District. But here's an area that we're working on. And I feel very strongly that you're going to be pleased when that property is going to be developed. So there you are. Now, we've also found this out. About 6 years ago, there was a hazardous material spill out at our water treatment plant. Under the previous administration, everybody else that responded to that received funding or replacement and for their work. Unfortunately, North Canton never finally applied for the expenses that we had out there in handling that spill. Folks, I was able to recover $65,000 from that hazardous spill that was never really filed by the previous administration, city administration. And that was at the water treatment plant 6 years ago. When I learned about that, I said, we're going to go after it. And sure enough, within 60 to 90 days, we had a check for $65,000 for all the work that our people did in handling, assisting with that hazmat spill. The word has come up, too, conversations come up that we shut down during COVID. Folks, that's false and inaccurate. All of our city services continue to operate exceptionally well. Utilities, building and permits, finance, engineering, city administration, our parks and recreation, and of course, keeping our city safe with our police and fire and EMS services did an exceptional job under sometimes hazardous conditions due to the COVID pandemic. We didn't skip a beat. We didn't stop anything. I may have had to close City Hall for protection of our employees and for our visitors, but we also had a remodeling program going on too. So let me tell you this, we didn't shut down. We kept going. Other people, other communities in Stark County did. North Canton, we didn't. The Dogwood Shelter, or excuse me, the Dogwood Park Inclusivity Playground Project. There's always supply and demand. There was always logistics issues. And you know that around the country, whether it's lumber or supplies or anything like that. Well, we finally got it going, and it's under construction right now. And I want to thank all the benefactors, and it is funded. And all I can say is it's going forward. We're going to get as much done as we can this year. And I am so confident we're going to be pleased with how that project turns out. And again, a big thank you to Akron Children's Hospital for their contribution to having a new structure or building that's going to provide safety, education, and comfort for anyone visiting that park. So it's going strong. And you know what else? Prior to me being mayor, I was able to secure, with a team of volunteers, thank you very much, a $35,000 grant that we're going to apply towards the lighting up there at the Dogwood Inclusivity Playground project. So we're very happy about that. And I want to thank our finance department. You know, we had no findings. We had a very good audit and this year. And so kudos to Gina Alabac and her team for keeping us our finances stable and accountable. So again, congratulations to her. I want to thank we are still going to have a final explanation of our 2021 master plan. I want to thank I helped get that financed for the city to help us leading not only now, but maybe into 2036. So there's a lot of things there that we can look at. Again, to help us become a destination to live, learn, work, play, and retire. Folks, Arrowhead Golf and Event Center has shown profitability, and we have installed some new pickleball courts up there. Again, responding to the citizens of having an alternative or another location for pickleball for anyone who likes that sport. And I'm very thankful that our management team overseeing Arrowhead Golf and Event Center has shown a profit. And I think now with Skyland Pines closing, our rounds of golf are going to improve. Hopefully with our banquet facility will improve. And you know what? We have a great grill up there so for lunch and meals. So thank you. Something else I take great pride in, I had the opportunity to help the North Canton Public Library receive a $100,000 grant award through the ARPA, through the American Rescue Plan Act. And they were one of 45 libraries, Ohio libraries, chosen to receive these grants. And they were only one of 5 in Ohio to receive the full $100,000 for their mobile library project. So congratulations to our North Canton Library. Thank you for letting me be a part and helping you achieve that $100,000 grant. last year, folks, there was a lot of things that a lot of decisions I had to make for the health, safety, and well-being of our community. And I know it's been said that, how negative it was that I had to close down many things for our community. Well, folks, when I had to close down things for our safety, still not knowing how we're going to navigate through the pandemic, I reached out to a number of organizations, whether it was JC's, Lions, it could have been Rotary, the library, the Lion. I mentioned that. Anyways, we had to make decisions to protect ourselves, but also to protect those organizations, especially in large gatherings. I want you to know, too, that I listened and I worked with the leaders of our youth sports for cheerleading, football, and our baseball teams. I spoke with Dr. Gianmarco. I listened to Holly and Chris Pierpoint. We worked out things, and they monitored their youth activities. We kept that outlet going because I knew the kids needed it, the parents needed it, and you know what? We got through it very safely and successfully. So thank you for Dr. Gianmarco and Chris and Holly Pierpont and the other board members for supporting me and also helping me to work through so that we kept those activities going for our youth. In closing, folks, listen. So here's some other successful accomplishments. The North Canton Farmers Market weren't permitted over in Plain Township when COVID hit. They came to me and I said, you know what? You've got a great program here. Let's keep it going. We have property up at the Kmart property. We have that all purchased up there. We got a great safe facility for you. Come on up, do the outdoor program. Folks, it was so successful that for the vendors and participants up there, well, they accumulated about $500,000, $500,000 into the economy up there for the vendors and in our participants. And so it was not only successful, we agreed, let's make it indoors. So we took it indoors. And you know what? It was successful again, and we brought it back out. So I can't thank Gina and Ryan Groschmidt enough for allowing us to work together as a team to have that North Canton's Farmers Market. And you know what? We had it twice, Saturdays and Wednesdays. They couldn't do it on Saturdays because they went down to Canton because Canton saw how successful they were here in North Canton. So thank you to them. The other thing is this, in keeping our operations going and not shutting down through the COVID, we found out that we could do a lot of business on online programs and platforms, either through building and inspections, virtual inspections, looking at construction blueprints. Our utilities was online, and we never shut anybody's water off during 3 or 4 months of when COVID was really going strong. We worked with our utility ladies, our employees. They worked hand in hand with people to keep utilities going. We never shut down. Anyways, we found that there's a lot of things that we could do on platforms outside the city. The other thing too is when you look at finance, we opened up our checkbook for you. You can go in right now and look at what our budget is, what our checkbook is, and you talk about transparency. So if you want to see city expenditures, it's right there for you, folks. Something else a promise that I kept was transparency in our city government. Thank goodness for our clerk of council. What a fantastic job he is doing. Ben Young and his interns that we've had from Kent and Walsh, doing a lot of research for us, making things available. We have a legislative bulletin that goes out. You can read our council minutes. You'll know what's happening. So thank you again to the clerk of council for all that he's doing. And most of all, folks, over the last 18 months or so, I've attended about 60 special events and representing the city in a number of areas where it's at local level, state level, even at the national level. And I've been attending a few international programs, knowing that I'm the mayor for the city of North Canton and doing the best that I can to represent our city. So I haven't been idle, okay? And I'm trying to let everybody know what has been going on and the accomplishments that we have. But most of all, I got to say this right now. I am working with a wonderful team of volunteers, and also, most of all, of the wonderful volunteer uh, city administration. We have people in the right places for the right reasons, and very talented, skilled people. And so I'm very thrilled about that. And I can't say enough about all the hard work that they've been doing over these last 2 months, from the city administration to our department heads to all our employees. Thank you very much for all that you've done to keep us safe, keep our operations going strong, and building not only now but for the future. So thank you very much. I know I went on pretty long today, but listen, we haven't been stagnant. We're moving this city forward, and we're going to continue to move it forward. And that's why I'm running for re-election, because I believe in this city. I care about this city. This is my home, and this is where I want to be, to see that we can put these projects and engagements going forward for our schools, for our community, and for our businesses. So I still have great faith in our community that we'll continue to care for one another. Until next time, stay safe, keep well, and have a great weekend. Goodbye.